Hello and welcome back to Bees and Tea Stitching. Um, I am Tina, or Seaweed, and I wanted to do something a little bit different this time. I have two very large bags of things that are totally kitted up, which means they have the fabric, the floss, um, scissors, needle miners, everything they need. So I wanted to go through those and just show you what I have ready to go, like if I just on a lark decide that I want to start something new, which did happen this week. So I'll give you a real quick, and it's not out of the Q-snap yet, but on a lark, I thought because of everything that's going on, it would be interesting to start Plague Doctor by Busby Design on Etsy. Um, right now, there's not really all that much to see. That's just the top of the Plague Doctor's hat. So that's really all I've worked on this week. So there's not really any updates besides that. That and since I have one little bit of haul, this is my Color and Cotton fabric of the month, which is called Love Letter. It's a 18 count Ada. It's a really nice. That looks pretty true to color. It's a very basic brown, not a whole lot of modeling to it. It's a very base color. I should say not brown, but um, like kind of a beige sort of color. So it should be really nice base color for pretty much anything, which is great. Um, so that's always cool. All right. Since there's really nothing else to go on update wise, the other thing is I do have, of course, have my tea. There we go. And this is the I found this at a Goodwill. It is I Am Serious, Don't Call Me Shirley. And then on the other side, careful not to spill, is Otto is my co-pilot. So if anybody gets that reference, you're old like I am, and yay. Mm. So this tea this week is called Curtis Blueberries. There is a store in my local town that is run by a family of Russian or some sort of Russian, somewhere in that area descent, and they have a lot of really cool things, including a whole aisle just for tea. And so I found this one, and it's definitely in Cyrillic on the bottom, but it's also in English, so it's really, really good. I am a sucker for a good fruit tea, especially blueberry. So that just absolutely. Sorry about my phone. That absolutely just uh, hit it out of the ballpark. So, all right. So let me go ahead and start with all the things. This is in no particular order. This is just as I grab them out of these two gigantic bags. There are about 30, I believe, maybe a little bit less than 30. So I'll try to go through them kind of quick. All right, so let's do the first one here. It is in a Garon bag, surfing. And let's see what this one is. It's going to be like opening presents. This is Blackbird Design Midnight Ride. So I have definitely been lately been kind of on a bird kick. So um, that should be nice. And I believe this is Velt. So I got this from Sassy Jacks up in Weaverville, North Carolina. If you're in any sort of area close to North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, it's definitely worth going to visit Sassy Jacks. They're not my LNS, but um, they are a very cool little store. All right, so the second one is in a Love You More. You'll see a lot of bags with bees on them, so get used to that. And this one is going to be Tea Crazy. Ironic. And so it's got a few little tea, little vignettes. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I believe I have it kitted up for the official Tea Lover one. So I can get that one going. And my cat is exploring. So I don't know if we'll get to see a cat in a minute. Alright, next, in a cool cat bag, speaking of cats, we have Pretty Little London. I am a fairly shameless Anglophile. I love anything that has to do with England, London especially. Um, as you can tell, I have a Sherlock shirt on today. Actually, I had a Sherlock shirt on the first day too, just ironically. And so I have a few patterns that have to do with London. But I really like Satsuma Streets. I love all the colors, how they're all nice and bright and happy. So that one will get done sooner than later. All right. And next, this is I love this bag. I actually commissioned Christine Stitch All the Things to do a bag, and she asked what she wanted me to find a fabric, and so I found a fabric that has otters. So otters are another one of my loves besides bees and anything English. So, but there are not a whole lot of otter patterns, so that is something that I don't get to. I haven't sewn any otters yet. This is a Thea Governor, a very nice, very realistic bee. It's a package, so it comes with the just some white Ada and the I don't believe that it's DMC. I think it's some other type of thread, because I believe this is, I almost want to say it's Russian, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so I have that to do. So yet another bee pattern. Alright, I'm going to run out of room here. So, this is a Doctor Who themed bag here. Because, again, English. And this is another one that I really want to start. This is Ink Circles, Reflections of Scotland. And so it's supposed to use, ironically enough, seaweed soap floss from Gloriana. I do not have any Gloriana. I've never used it. So what did I put in here to use? Oh, Silky Thread, which again I have not tried yet, but it's a nice kind of sort of a red, white, and purple, or blue, white, and purple, blue, light blue, purple. So I thought that would look good. It's a lot different than the kind of the greens and purples that are in here, but it's a good excuse to try out Silky Thread. This thread actually is one that I also got at Sassy Jack's. And a lot of people have really liked it, so I'm very anxious to try it out, just to see what that's like. All right, next one. Let's go for another nerdy bag, Star Wars, and what I have in here. Unfortunately, does not have a pattern, and I do apologize. This, yeah, my TARDIS and my heart needle minder there. This is actually a pattern for the underground, the London Underground. So it's essentially just a map of the underground. That it has the different colors for the different lines, and it has the stations just in backstitch. And so it's very simple, but it's very, very large. This I don't remember exactly how big this is, but yeah, this is a very, very large um, uh, piece of fabric. So that is definitely long term, even though it's going to be very simple and there's not a lot of coverage in it. It's just very, very big. So it is a little bit intimidating, which may be why I haven't started it yet. All right, let's see what we got next here. And a Cinderella bag. Fortunately, I don't know where I got this one. It's a little different. So this one is another Satsuma Street. This is Arcadia. So this is, let's see if they have her name in here. They do not. I want to say it's Mary Blair, I believe. Um, and I've gone fuzzy. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. So there was an artist named Mary Blair who worked for Disney. Another one of my kind of obsessions there, but um, and she did a lot of the art, including all the art for both a mural in the Contemporary Hotel at Disney World, and also It's a Small World. So you can tell that this is definitely based on the It's a Small World ride, kind of some of the concept art that she used for it. So that's a reason why, even though it's not specifically Disney, why I still really like it. And there are a lot of three or four different metallic threads in there, which are not my favorite to work with, but I will do it because this is going to look amazing with the kind of the golds and the kind of bronzes as metallic threads. So that one I am looking forward to starting. And there are a couple of Disneyland themed needle minders for that one. Got a Pirates of the Caribbean, which is my favorite ride, and just a general Disneyland one. And I'm sorry I'm not showing you the needle minders for all of them. Some of them are more exciting than others. Alright. So that is that one. And it's kind of a soft blue sort of fabric. Again, this is all Ada. Because right now that's just what I'm using. Alright. There's some bee fabric over here. Some bee bags. This one is really nice. It has it's a clear pocket in the back, and then it's got a pocket in the front that actually zips up, so you can put things in there that might fall out, like patterns and such. So this is the Sleepy Hollow series, and let me get the back one here. Sorry about the little crinkly noise. So you can either make it into a drum at the bottom here, or you can just do it in one big piece, which is what I'm doing. And this is the very last one. Shows all four pieces. So this was really nice. I really like tiny modernists. They're kind of cute sort of style, but not overly cute. So I'm looking forward to doing this one. Um, and it's pretty big. The piece that I got is 20 by 20, so it's not a small piece of fabric, but it's not full coverage, and I think it's not huge areas, so I think it would go pretty quickly. All right, so on to another bee. Got there we go, and actually got a couple of bee needle minders as well there. So a bee themed project. I don't usually try to kind of theme everything, but sometimes if I'm able to, if it's easy enough, I will. This is another one that I'm actually very anxious to start because it seems um, very simple. So this is God Save the Queen, um, and I believe that I did some of my color conversions on this one. It is DMC, but I really like the kind of very simple design, and the whole since honeybees are kind of in trouble right now. I thought that was kind of appropriate. So, all right. See if I can get it back in there. It just barely fits. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. Gotcha. All right. So, this is a kind of a seagull-y sort of bag. As you can tell, a lot of these are Vageron just because they have a really good price on bags, and they have a very good selection on, all sorts, as you can tell, all sorts of different fabrics and such. And so it's a good place if you need bags to get some, and they sell them uh, on their I'm sorry, on their Facebook. So. This is one that I believe I saw. There was another floss tuber that I saw do this, and I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. And I just really love the colors. It's very simple. Um, and it's just a whole lot of greens and blues, and it's a big pattern. But I just think it's going to look really beautiful. So that's one. Again, since it's full coverage, it's a little daunting, and I have not started it yet. I believe it was Jen Hicks actually that I saw start this, or at least buy it. So it's another one that I've had in my stash for a while. Hopefully, I'll get to start it sometime soon. It just depends on, I've got a lot of big things going on, so I kind of need to get some small things finished. So that's sort of where I am right now. Alright, let me do this small one here. So this is, the Fun Biscorner. This is actually one of my latest acquisitions. I believe I got this right before, whoops, sorry. There it goes. It doesn't like it when I hold things too close, apparently. I think I got this right before market. That's the Fawn Biscornu. I mean, there's no way that that's not supposed to be Tumnus from Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So, which is a movie that I do love. So, and I have finished one Biscornu. That's one of the few things, it's kind of over my shoulder there, but you can't really see it. That's one of the few things that I actually have finished. And, so, it wasn't all that hard to do. And so, um, I thought that maybe doing another one, will kind of up my confidence a little bit. Alright, so the last one in this bag, it's empty. Yay! The last one in this bag is a Star Wars bag, because nerd. And it is, another one of my big ones, and another one that I've had for a long time. And I've got the Q-snap behind it. And this is, what is the name of this fabric? I believe it is, doubloon, I think, from Pictures Plus. And you can also see I've got a Maleficent over there. But this is the Tempting Teas by Tempting Tangles. And again, since I love tea, I really love this design. And it's a lot of letters, which I am fine with. Not everybody likes to do letters, but I'm actually fine with doing them. So, I don't mind that it has a whole lot of wording. In fact, I kind of prefer that. So, again, it is a very big one, as you can tell. It's a big boy. So, that's one that I have not started yet, even though I've had it for quite a while. So, hopefully, that's one that I can pick up once I finish a few more of my uh, kind of bigger things that I'm working on now. And don't mind me right now. I apologize. I'm going to try to make a little bit of room here and put this stuff over to the side. Make sure that Lizzie Kate doesn't fall out. There we go. All right, cool. All right. All right. Sorry about that. I know you didn't really want that extreme close-up. All right, so now we got the other bag, which I might just put over here. There we go. All right, cool. That'll work. So, we'll start with something kind of small here. In a little sushi bag, another thing that I absolutely love, which is really cute. Alright, so this is the JBW Alphabet Cats. And I believe that I'm going to do this one here. The print instead of the script. So, that's just a cute little thing that I think would be able to be finished really quickly. Probably in a couple of days. So, I thought that would be kind of nice to do. Alright, this looks like this might be a lot of small projects, which is good. So, the next one in this cool kind of Day of the Dead sort of design there is going to be Hands-on Design Meow Block Party. So my LNS is having, last year, they started a block party, and so they wanted everyone to um, get it finished, and then we were going to have kind of a finishing party, so everybody can kind of get it all put together. Sadly, I did not get this started, so I'm behind, but of course, since I left my cat, I thought this was very cool. And I do actually have the meow at the top here. I have those Jabco buttons as well. So that will be ready to be finished whenever I get that started, which it's pretty small. So I don't honestly think that it's going to take that long to work on it. I just need to work on it. Alright, let's get this really small one over here to the side. It's in a bag that's way too small for it. And can't really see it all that well, but there are hedgehogs on here that are really, really cute. And this is Tired Trio, so by Plum Seed Samplers. And the story with this one is that um, my mom recently took a trip to, I believe it was Panama, um, or around Panama, that area, a cruise through the Panama Canal. And they stopped somewhere, and I don't remember where exactly. And they were able to go to a sloth sanctuary and see them and not really interact with them, not really touch them, but get really close and take pictures. And ever since then, she's been really into sloths. So I kind of got her some sloth socks last Christmas, and I thought that might be nice to sew for her. I don't think it's gonna take that long. It's a lot of colors. Um, got all the colors on the back here, but it's, even though it's a lot of colors, it's actually not a very big pattern, so I don't think it'll take all that long to finish. I hope. But I have till August for her birthday, so I have time. The next one is in another one of these little bags, which, oh, this is the, kind of hard to see, but there's a TARDIS in there. And so this is Lizzie Kate, which I love Lizzie Kate stuff. Whine a bit, you'll feel better. Which again is something I might end up doing for my mom, since she loves wine. She worked in a wine shop for a time, so that's something, again, that's not terribly important to get done quickly, but one of these days would be nice. I love this Love You More bag. This the way that it kind of looks like an old, um, like kind of an old timey sort of paper or something. But anyway, so that, and it also have a bee sort of needle minder on there. This is another Lizzie Kate. This is Buzzy String. Open this up here. So it's about, sorry, it's doing that thing where it doesn't focus again. I apologize for that. Come on, focus, focus. I apologize for this. Come on. Well, all right. Hopefully it'll focus in a moment here. But this is Buzzy String, and it's kind of a whole summer sort of idea, but it does have some bee designs on it, and again, it's really long, but not very big, so, and I apologize for touching my face, um, so, I think that will be easy to do. Come on. There you go. Alright. The next one is in another, there we go, thank you, another sushi bag, and this is going to be the other French collection that I have, La Chat Noir, since the black cat. Since I have a black cat, and fortunately I don't know how close I can get before it starts complaining to me again, but it's just another one that has like the little designs on the inside. So I like that whole thing where it's got like designs in a design. I have I have a wish list on 123 Stitch, and it also has some of those. I don't know if they're from JBW specifically, but where they have kind of designs in the design. there's a pumpkin one that I have on my wish list, which is really cool. And so I might end up getting that eventually, but as you can tell, I have plenty to do before that. So I am trying not to put anything new on my wish list. Alright, so this one, so, excuse me, I'm sorry, also has a little bit of a story. So this is Beagles. This was from Vicky Stitch and Button. And my best friend had a beagle who passed away late last year due to age. And so when when I saw that she was selling this, I knew that I really wanted to get that just because it reminded me of Skip, who was a really, really sweet beagle. Also, he was a service dog, but he was about the most chill beagle that I've ever seen. It really took a lot for him to bark at anything. He was very relaxed. So he was very unusual for a beagle, but he was a really sweet little guy. So in here, it's not a huge picture, but I have Antique Cups and Spoons by Shakespeares Feather. So there's just one color, which I love the variegation in brown, this brown bear. Um, so again, that's going to be something small, very easy to um, do. And I also have a Mad Hatter Tea Party. I just thought that was appropriate for that. All right. So, and she does these really, really pretty little dangles too. And of course, it's a little dog on the end there. So I would definitely recommend Stitch and Button for bags. She has, I believe she has a Facebook. She also has a Instagram. So she's worth looking up. All right. So next, in a really cool Halloween sort of bag. Yes, I love the whole Halloween aesthetic with a black cat and a sugar skull. Or Day of the Dead skull. This is another kind of spooky sort of one. So this is the hands-on design, the whole Scary Apothecary series. So we've got, see if I can go through them real quick here. Bat Bomb, without showing the patterns. Bitter Brew. Broomstick Fuel. Cackle Lozenges. Coffin Paint. What does that say? Oh, Cauldron Cleaner. I love little black cats, though. Those are so cute. Alright. Snail Slime. Yum. Spider Legs. Serving size 8. Haha. Very cute. Very cute. Skeleton Polish. And then, I think, okay, these are a couple of free patterns, or a free pattern at the end there. So, these are all very small, but, you know, obviously they would kind of add up. But I do have them to be done on individual little, they're all cut up to the right size. So, and I believe this is my old favorite, fabric that I end up using a lot, which is, oh wow, my mind just totally blanked on what it was called. Okay, it's not in here. It's a picture of this plus, not Bramble. I apologize, I'm totally blanking on the name. It is a kind of this nice, even gray that I end up using a lot, though. And for some reason, the name is just totally escaping me right now, so I apologize for that. There is some Kreinik in it, so, you know, I do have, I have the Classic Colorworks, and I do have the, my LNS actually did the Scary Apothecary, packet for it, so they put all that together. So that's kind of nice. So I've got everything I need. It's really just something I need to sit down and start. I don't think that any of them are going to take a very long time individually. Again, it's just the whole, there's 8 of them, I guess, which is kind of a little bit daunting. So, alright, so next. This is something that one of the people in my LNS actually made, which was really neat. So it's got Star Wars, and I believe these glow in the dark, if I remember correctly. And then it's got kind of bats on the inside. And this is the other one that I have from Shakespeare's Peddler. This is the first one I got. This is, oops, my little, it's a little bee, uh, there we go, grime guard. The only bad thing about it is that it has, yeah, you can actually see it there. It's got some shiny on it, and that shiny does tend to kind of rub off on the fabric, so I don't use that grime guard all that much. But this is, Antique Locks and Keys, also by Shakespeare's Peddler. And once again, I also am using Brown Bear, the same one. I'm not using the same fabric, but I am using the same floss. So that is that. Alright. Hold on one moment while I grab a sip of tea. Don't call me Shirley. Okay, so that is that. Oh, that blueberry tea is amazing. I really, really recommend it. Seriously, it's just amazeballs. Alright, so this one, unfortunately, I don't remember who made it, but there's a maker out there whose kind of MO are these little pom poms. I love just playing with the pom poms. I know that's really weird, but and it's, again, another cool Halloween. But yeah, those pom poms are. I definitely need to keep this away from my cat because she will put those in her mouth. Oh yes, there is a pattern. There is a picture on the front. This is one I found online. You can't buy love, but you can rescue it. And of course, again, because of my cat, she is a rescue. She a little story behind her. We I work from home, so I wanted, and so I'm by myself all day, so I really wanted an animal to kind of keep me company, uh, during the day while I'm working. So we went to a rescue, which is just on the road, like 5 minutes away from us, and so they had all these cats, and there was some great cats in there, and they said, well, we have one more, but we have to keep her separate. So they took us to their laundry room, which is a big room. She had plenty of room. She had toys. She had her food and water. So, she had room. It's not like they were locking her away, but she had one positive test for feline leukemia, and then she had a second test that was negative, but they didn't know which one was false. So they had to keep her separate just in case, because feline leukemia will spread from cat to cat very easily. But once we got in there, that was it. She was the one. She just immediately was the one that we wanted. So, um, uh, we took her home. Of course, we did a vet thing, and they asked, well, do you want to have another test done? We weren't intending to have any other cats, so it didn't really matter, but it could be a health issue later. So I was like, well, okay, let's go ahead and do it. And they actually gave her another negative. So we're fairly sure that the positive was a false positive. And she has not shown any signs of any sort of symptoms of leukemia yet, so we're fairly sure that that was just a false positive. We still don't have any other cats. We still have just her. So, um, you know, just in case. And one cat's we're really okay with one cat. We don't have a huge house, so one cat's pretty good. So that's actually how we got her, and so yeah, she's our little rescue cat. We've had her about 5 years, I believe. We got her. Interestingly enough, she's a black cat, and we got her in October. Which is surprising because a lot of places will not actually let you um, um, adopt black cats in October because obviously they're afraid of you just want them for Halloween and then you're gonna give them back or do something worse. So but that was obviously not an issue with us. So and I apologize that I have to do a picture of a picture, but and it kind of glares, but I know you got to see her a little bit last week, but there's a somewhat decent picture of my cat. So isn't she a sweetie? She's mostly black. She's got one little white spot here, and then on her stomach, it fades from kind of like black to gray to white. So it kind of looks like she ran out of toner. It's really adorable. But anyway, so that's my cat story. Only got a couple more, I promise. Okay, this is a Riola's kit. This I know is definitely from Russia, and this one didn't actually kind of get a theme because we have the Hedgehog Bag, and it is a Riola's kit of hedgehogs and lingonberries. Which I have no idea. I guess these are the lingonberries down here. But I believe it was Ginger Gerald, I think, that did this first, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. So, hedgehogs are adorable. I'm not gonna lie, I would probably have a hedgehog if I could. I don't know if they're actually legal in the state or not, so, so, that's okay. And the fact that we have a cat, I don't know that a cat and a hedgehog would really bond, so I think I'll just stick with the cat. Alright, so, what else have we got here? So this is another, this one actually does not have a pattern, so, but it's fairly easy. You can see just a little bit of the pattern here, but essentially it is a heart that's just kind of a rainbow color. So, it'll start with the, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So it's fairly simple to imagine. And I have this, kind of weird soft pink Ada that I believe I got from a Bendy Stitchy D stash that I thought would kind of look nice for a heart. I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not really a pink kind of gal, so, most likely the other pieces of that fabric will either, if StitchCon happens, which I hope it will, maybe go on the table there, or it might go as a giveaway here. We'll see. I do plan on doing some sort of giveaways in the future. I'm kind of waiting until I get a few more people though, because I don't have a whole lot of following yet. I'm still kind of new to this, so look for that in the future though. So that's always a good reason to keep watching. This is another bee bag, really pretty. It says Bumblebee, which is my favorite type of bee. We have, I believe they're actually called carpenter bees, even though they look like bumblebees. I could be wrong on that one. And that's what we have around our house. And as I said last week, they've really started to come out and start buzzing, so that's really cool. I really kind of need to get going on this one. So this is one I did actually find again at Sassy Jack's in Weaverville, North Carolina. And so, excuse me, I'm sorry. Since it's the 100-year anniversary of votes, that's for white women in the United States, not everybody, unfortunately. But for white women in the United States, it was in 1920 when we got the right to vote. So, a lot of people are doing this year, so I'd like to do it this year. And it's not all that big. So, that's something that I could do fairly easily. And I have a watermelon and a $100 bill. So, for that one. And a lot of these, I've actually been on the Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month for a while now. Maybe close to a year now. And so I have a lot of these are going to be on some type of that Fabric of the Month. So that's not unusual. Alright, two more, then I promise I'm done. This isn't running too long, though. We have a really cool cappuccino bag, because when I'm not drinking tea, I do like my coffee. And so, oh, well, I lied earlier. I didn't think that I had any otters, but I do actually have one otter. I don't remember where I found this. I want to say maybe 123 Stitch even. But it is White Willow Stitching, Tribal Otter, and kind of has the shapes inside of shapes, except these are just more, except for the heart. Uh, excuse me, I'm sorry. The rest of them are all kind of just abstract sort of shapes. But I have some of the variegated DMC, and it's kind of an aqua sort of green. So I thought that might look kind of nice for that. So it's not all that big. It is, well, it's 161 by 85. It's a little big, but it's not a humongous thing. So that should be nice. I'm looking forward to that one. And the very last one, empty bag, yay, is in another bee bag, haha, of course. And this is another one of those where it's got the pockets on the back and the got the little, there we go, little Velcro on the front so everything stays in. And if I can get this out, there we go. This is another one that I've had for quite a long time. Elizabeth Needlework Designs, Simply Bees, and I really like the simple design. And I'm not sure about the little holes in them. I might actually not do those. I might make them solid because the holes look kind of weird. But I just like the whole overall design is really nice. So that's kind of neat. And that's another one where I've kind of done my own sort of colors, even though I believe these are supposed to be DMC. Let me see. No, they're supposed to be weeks, and I believe that I actually converted them to DMCs. Is that correct? Yes. Yes. Okay. So, um, so that is that. All right. Get that out of the way here. All right. So, I'm already running long enough. So, next week I'm planning on doing another um, normal sort of floss tube, and so I'll have all the normal things I did for the first one. I also have I have my box of shame, which I think I mentioned before, that I also really want to go in, not show you everything, but there's a lot of really cool things that I finished, and so I'd like to show those off a little bit if I could. And then also, um, I'd like to show you my organization or lack of. Sorry, I apologize. My organization or lack of. And so, I may go back and forth for a few weeks until I kind of get everything kind of shown. And then I might just go to a regular, either every week or every other week. We'll see. So far, every week seems to be working. So, hopefully. So I think that's kind of my plan. And I know some people have done those Know Your Needleworkers, so that would be fun to do too. Definitely don't want to wait too long to do those, so you kind of get to know me a little bit. So maybe I can sneak one of those in next week. We'll see. All right, so I guess that is really about it, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.